Today, Marmel, I am Rino A. Funalira, so I am going to discuss storage polysaccharides. So, storage polysaccharides are essential molecules that serve as energy reserves in living organisms. They are large polymers composed of numerous monosaccharide units linked together. The primary function of these polysaccharides is to store energy in a compact and readily accessible form. So, so, so we have here key features of storage polysaccharides. So the first one is energy storage. They provide a readily available source of energy when needed. So, for example, think of it like a pantry full of food when you're hungry. You can access the stored food for energy. So, the second is osmotic regulation. By storing monosaccharides as polymers, cells can minimize osmotic pressure. This prevents excessive water uptake and maintains cellular integrity. For example, cells like tiny balloons filled with water and other molecules. Too much water inside can cause them to burst. So, the third is compact storage. Polysaccharides are highly compact, allowing cells to store a large amount of energy in a small space. So, for example, imagine storing a bunch of marbles versus storing a single of large rock. The rock takes up less space. Then a major storage of polysaccharides. So first is starch. The primary storage of polysaccharides in plants found in a various form, including amylose and amylopectin. So which is just explain further explain ni Zipsan sa next report niya. So glycogen, the primary storage of polysaccharide in animals and humans, similar in structure to amylopectin but with more branching. So in conclusion, when energy is required, these storage polysaccharides are broken down into their constituent monosaccharides through enzymatic hydrolysis. These monosaccharides can be used for cellular respiration, providing energy for various metabolic processes. Thank you.
Good day everyone. So today I will discuss starch. Starch is a monopolysaccharide unit. It is the energy storage polysaccharide in plants. If excess glucose enters a plant cells, it is converted into starch and stored for later use. So ang starch, na siya. Enter na siya sa glucose sa plant cells. Dayon gamiton na siya for later use. When the cells cannot get enough glucose from outside the cells, it's hydrolyzed starch to release glucose. The polymer chain of polysaccharides may be unbranched. The polymer chain may all be identical to two more kinds of monomers may be present. Amylose and cellulose are both linear chain of the glucose molecules. They are stereoisomers that differ in the configuration of carbon 1 of each D-glucose unit. In amylose AD glucose is present in the glucose BD glucose. Two different polyglucose polysaccharides can be isolated from most starch. Amylose and amylopectin, amylose a stretch chain glucose polymer usually accounts for 15 to 20% of the starch. Amylopectin, a branch of glucose polymer, accounts for the remaining 80% to 85% of the starch. In amylose non-branch structure, the glucose units are connected by A1 to 4 glycosidic linkage. So muni ang structural pictures ay chemical structure of starch, amylose. Then next is the number of glucose units present in a amylose chain depends on the source of starch. 300 to 500 monomers units are usually present. Both types of linkage can be broken through hydrolysis with the human digestive tract. With the help of enzymes, starch has nutritional value of human. The starch presence of the potatoes and cereal grains, wheat, rice, corns, and etc. account for the approximately two-thirds of the world food consumption. Iodine is often used to test for the presence of starch in solution. Starch containing solution turn balik pare. Ay kon pare. Iodine. Okay. Iodine is often used to test for the presence of starch in solution. Starch containing solution turns into a dark blue. Then iodine is added. When iodine is added, so mo ni ang figure. So next is a starch is broken down through acid or enzymatic hydrolysis to glucose monomers. The blue dark color disappeared. So mo ni siya ang figure. So that's all. Thank you.